almost more likely to ask the matriarchs for a weapon than a mate blessing if she wins the proving.
Yep, it's the motherless outcast again. Go ahead and stare.
Hello everybody and welcome to another Horizon Zero Dawn video with me, where we're picking up straight from the end of the last episode, where Aloy is now into her 18th year and is about to embark on the Prooving, and I've got access to the menu now in game, which enables me to check out things such as the crafting tab, the inventory, the notebook, the map, and obviously your skill points. The notebook's a very useful thing because it keeps a track of all the machines you've encountered and lists their weaknesses and what you tend to find on them and what you can acquire from them, as well as keeping a track of all the collectibles you've found, data points, your overall game progression, and your statistics, which is a very good thing to have in game. Obviously at the moment it doesn't tell a lot as I'm only just in the tutorial, but once I've gone through the game and spent quite a few hours playing, that's going to be quite populated. Now the skills menu, obviously at the end of the last video I was notified I had leveled up and been given 3 skill points. This is where you can assign them. Basically kit out your Aloy to make her the character that you want. Now I'm probably going to take, I'm not sure what skills to take off the bat. Silent Strike's probably good. That enables me to pretty much one-shot creatures that haven't detected me. That's going to be useful. So I'm going to take that. Concentration, being able to slow time, that's going to be useful. And possibly critical hit, precision. Lurko, that enables me to draw machines to me when I'm in hiding spots. So yeah, I'm going to take that. Now, at the end of the
He said we go hunting this
sort
morning.
of tutorial
Why
section,
isn't he here? Where's he gone to?
we saw that Aloy had been heavily in training with Rost and was being prepared for the Prooving. And now, suddenly, a couple of days before the Prooving, he's disappeared. And she's kind of wondering what he's doing, where he's gone. And I'm still gathering all the twigs I can find.
What's he doing up
Okay,
there?
he hasn't gone far then. I thought he was going to be more difficult to find than that.
He's just standing there. What's going on with him?
Yeah, what is going on with Rost? Get to climb the wall.
Aloy, you're here.
Did you want to be alone?
No. We must speak. I've been thinking about your training, Aloy.
Yeah, training.
You've learned to hunt, learned to survive. But I fear there's a lesson I failed to teach you. Would you learn it now?
Of course. I'll always learn what you have to teach.
There has been some trouble recently. It affords an opportunity to learn this lesson, but it will be dangerous. You must come prepared, or you will die.
Wow.
Descend into the Embrace and hunt until you have gathered the parts for fire arrows.
Fire arrows? What kind of trouble are we talking about?
Once you have the parts, you will meet me there, at the gate beyond the village of Mother's Heart.
The North Gate? At the edge of the Embrace?
Yes. Now be on your way.
Okay, so I've got to go and gather more materials?
Is something else bothering you?
No, I'm fine.
Are you worrying about what happens after the Prooving?
What happens is clear. You will be accepted as one of the tribe, and I will still be an outcast. To be shunned.
Why?
Rost, even if the tribe accepts me, I won't...
There is
did he
much to do,
do?
Aloy.
I'm still not sure
discuss this
what
later.
he did. Why he's an outcast.
Okay.
Will I ever know? Will the game ever tell us?
I'll go gather the parts, but I'm also going to pay Karst a visit.
Aloy, That man breaks the law every time he speaks to you.
And I'm glad he does. I want to buy a tripcaster, and no other trader will sell to outcasts.
Stock it with ammunition, then. You'll find use for that weapon tonight.
That sounds ominous.
It certainly does.
All right. See you at the North Gate.
So I've got to go get a tripcaster, and I've got to go kill some things to get stuff for making fire arrows. Because I'm going to need those in the
Something's
next
really bothering him.
lesson.
If he thinks I'm going to
Rost
abandon
is
him,
going to
he's
teach
wrong.
me. Okay. Well, where on the map am I then? I am here. Okay. Wow, that is a big map. Do I get to explore all of that? Oh man, that's going to be cool. I do love a big open world map. I love big open world map games. Where I can go and just amuse myself for hours and hours on end. Doing nothing that accomplishes the story, quest, main mission, whatever. I love a big open world sandbox. And that's one of the ways I tended to tackle this game. I'm going to talk about it a little bit now, briefly, while it's a little bit quiet.
My whole life
Yeah,
has
when
never
I
gone beyond
got
this
into the
valley.
game, once I got past this section,
That'll
I
change after
didn't
the
run
Prooving.
off and do
2
the main
days.
story quests.
2 days until I get answers.
I
2
generally
days,
just
and I'll know
potted
who
around
she
the map,
was.
working on
And
my
why I
crafting,
was cast out at birth.
making sure I got all
As if
my
there could be an excuse
sort
for that. All right, time to gather the
ammo
parts for some
pouch
fire arrows.
upgrades,
I should find a herd.
resource pouch upgrades, making sure I upgraded all my
Mother's heart.
carrying
2 more
capacity.
days, and I'll
You
know
know,
what it's like in
upgrading
there.
all my bags.
It's so many people crammed into one
So that
place.
meant hunting lots of wild
I guess
creatures.
no one ever gets lonely in there.
There are wild creatures in the game, by the way. There are turkeys, boars, foxes, raccoons, rabbits, fish, salmon, trout, geese. Normal creatures, not machines, that you can hunt and kill for various different resources that can be used in crafting. You know, meats to make health potions, skins and bones to obviously make items for crafting. Look, there's a fox right now, look. At this point in the game, I didn't know I could kill him and harvest him, so I didn't. But pretty much, once I figured that out, every wild creature is on the endangered species list now. And yeah, I've pretty much gone through, leveled up most of my gear. To the point where I think I'm currently level 12 in game, and I'm maxed out all my carrying gear. I've got, you know, maximum weapon slots available, maximum arrow slots, maximum trap slots, resources slots, you name it, I've got it now. So I can start pretty much working my way through the game knowing I'm not going to have any issues carrying stuff. And I can start working now on gathering the materials needed to acquire the better weapons, you know. Need to work up to those purple tier bows and tripcasters and everything else. I even got a couple of new pieces of armour, which I'm not really sure of the benefits at the moment. The armour in game and what changing it does. I think it's really a cosmetic thing. I've worn 3 different outfits now in my time playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'll be honest, apart from the looks, I've not noticed any different real changes to the mechanics of the game, any effects on stats or anything like that. So I don't know if having the higher tier armor really makes that much of a difference. Certainly some of the outfits are
That'll
less
help.
goofy looking, definitely. So basically, and these campfires are pretty cool. I tend to find every single one and save at it. It's become a bit of a OCD thing. I save every time I see a campfire. Partly because I don't like losing progress if anything goes wrong with the game. Or my PlayStation. And I'm not really sure what the autosave system's like in this game so far. I've only encountered one issue during one mission where it didn't seem to autosave. It's quite a I found it to be quite a lengthy mission, and it didn't autosave at any point during the mission. So when I unfortunately died at one point, I was right back at the start, which was a little bit annoying. Nope, I'll jump up there. Oh, I can. Striders. These are the horse things. Okay. And the Watchers, of course, which are like velociraptors. So I've got to figure out a way to take these things down and harvest them, because I need their resources to be able to trade with a guy to get a weapon called a tripcaster. Ooh, she's wobbling. She's wobbling. I've obviously not leveled up the skill. I haven't got the skill points that enables me to do all sorts of crazy kung fu type moves off the road.
Can't have you giving me
A shot. One hit, one kill. Hello. And the Strider's immediately gone into alert mode. He's gone yellow because obviously the Watcher's just been annihilated right in front of it. The other one's coming to investigate. He's been annihilated too.
more than equipped to take you on.
And down it goes. Okay, so the other one's underneath me. What is it? Oh, it's a Watcher, and it's running. Oh, fall damage. Fall damage is a real thing in this game. Gotta be careful of that. And I also like the fact that you can't keep picking up certain resources infinitely. Like when your medicine pouch gets full, you can't pick any more, more herbs
forever.
and flowers and stuff until you've used the contents of the pouch. So it pays to keep your health always topped up in this game, just so that you can keep gathering items for your medicine bag. There is a skill point later on in the game that you can unlock, which enables you to double the capacity of the medicine pouch. Roll. The old Bloodborne Dark Souls mechanic there coming in. Always roll. Best form of defense, a good roll. So what am I hunting next? More Striders, I think. There we go. And also you get to pick, there's different types of flowers as well that you can use to make different potions, such as freeze potions, resistance to freezing, resistance to fire, resistance to corruption, that sort of thing. Which I, to be honest, haven't really used a great deal of thus far in my playthrough of the game. But I'm going to be quite honest and say that I haven't used a lot of potions. I've pretty much just filled out my slots, crafted as many of them as I can carry, and then never touched them, never used them. Health potions I've used a fair bit. They're quite useful. There's a couple of different ones. There's one which refills a certain amount of health points, I think 150 health points. There's one that restores your full health bar, and there's another one that gives you like a health boost which gives you, I think, an extra amount of health on top of your bar. Yeah, not so much use that one, but definitely use the 150 point heal and the full health bar heal potions, which are crafted using various meats you acquire from killing the wild animals in game.
Clever.
Oh, it's charging. Dodge roll. And my arrows are pretty crappy at this point in game, to be honest. The damage I do with my bow and these arrows is woeful. Even though this is a Karja, it's a Karja bow, so it's blue tier, which is like the second tier of bows, and it's quite amazing that you get given that right off the bat, right off the start of the game. You're given a blue tier bow. I would have thought you'd have started off at the entry level, the green level, common, but hey ho. One thing you can modify your weapons using certain items that you pick up in game and pick up off of machines and from loot drops and supply caches and things like that, and you can acquire them from merchants and traders in the game, which can boost the stats on weapons. But I'm thinking at this point, from my experience playing the game, that's only going to be really useful once you've got the purple tier weapons, and then find purple tier modifications to really boost those. Certainly from my experience playing around with blue tier weapons and using the green and blue tier modifications, don't really notice a lot of difference in DPS and stuff like that. So I mean, that's in some ways a cool thing, because it stops you getting really super duper OP. So the game and the combat always remains a challenge. It always, you know, keeps you on your toes as the game goes by. You don't become like some kind of god and able to tackle anything at any time. You've still got to think a little bit about the combat and strategize a little bit. Well, again, I don't tend to do too much of that. I have all these great weapons and tools at my disposal, and I'm finding I don't use half of them. I've only just started using one of the weapons which enables you to tie down creatures.
Vala's more likely to ask the matriarchs for a weapon than a mate blessing if she wins the proving.
Yep, it's the motherless outcast again. Go ahead and stare.
Yep. Go ahead and stare at the freak. She's ginger and she's got big ears.
Hello.
Oh, I also want to say, of course, at this point, while there's a little bit of a lull in the action, that I'm really, really pleased that the 2 videos I've posted so far on this game have got quite a few views. I'm really happy about the number of views that the first 2 videos I've posted have got. So it seems that they're being well received. I'm not getting a lot of comments, a lot of feedback on the videos, but viewing numbers say everything. So if I'm getting double figure views and stuff like that on my videos, I'm going to be happy, because obviously I don't have masses of subscribers. I've got it fluctuates between a sort of 136 and 138 on an average month. You know, I'm never going to be a massive YouTuber, massive YouTube channel, but it seems like for the small subscribers I have got, a percentage of those do watch my videos and content, so thank you. Like I say, a number of you have watched the first 2 Horizon videos, so thank you. Means a lot. Now, I'm not going to be doing a full Let's Play of this game. These are just basically some introductory looks at the game to give people a chance to see and get a feel for the game, to help maybe make them decide whether or not they want to purchase the game, whether or not they want to play it. Like I say, I'm not going to be doing a full Let's Play. In actual fact, I actually, at the end of recording this section of the game, which was about 2 hours, I think, I then went off and did nearly a full day's worth of playing off camera. Did a whole bunch of side quests, story quests. Like I say, I've got to about level, I think I'm about level 12, 13 in game now. And I didn't record any of that because at the end of the day, I don't want to spoil too much of the game for people. You know, I think this is a great game that everyone should play. Everyone should experience for themselves, because it is a fantastic game. Definitely one of the best new IPs to come out on any console this
No
generation.
one else around. Looks safe to meet. My guess is he'll be waiting for me.
So, yeah, I'm not doing a full Let's Play because I don't want to ruin the game for other people. This is just a chance to obviously see and experience
There he is.
things in game
Looks nervous.
without a whole bunch of story spoilers and stuff like that. So, these videos are safe to watch. Now, I'm not saying in the future I won't come back and do a full Let's Play of this game at a later date, at a later time. Once I've maybe played through it and completed it once,
Good.
you know,
I can
see
use
how I
this.
go. You know, may come back and do another playthrough if I feel I need to get a bunch of trophies and stock up on trophies for the game, because again, I've been looking at the trophy side of this game. There's nothing in there that looks too difficult to obtain.
Well, well, well. An outcast on my doorstep. All mother protect me.
Surprised you saw me the way you keep looking every other direction to make sure no one's watching. Careful there, or you'll sprain your neck.
It's always a pain in the neck when you show up, girl, one way or another.
Is there a reason why you're acting so cranky today?
Once you run the Proving and get made a brave, you'll deal with traitors in Mother's Heart. Maybe I don't like losing customers.
Traitors who don't break the law and deal with outcasts, you mean?
That's right. Our days of crime will be behind us, so long as you keep quiet.
Okay.
Are you worried I'm going to tell someone that you trade with outcasts?
I don't think you're the kind who talks, but you never know.
You can stop worrying. The secret's safe with me.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I don't mind hearing it.
I love this little dialogue wheel thing as well. Have different
Why do you
go
take
through
the risk
conversations.
trading with outcasts?
Every time you ask. If a big, meaningful talk is what you're after, move along.
It's because you used to be one, isn't it?
Yeah. Got caught poking around one of the metal ruins out beyond the Embrace.
Don't go poking in the metal
Matriarch
rooms.
said I
Do
was
not like
tainted
that.
and gave me 5 years.
What did you
do not
see in the
like you
ruins?
going into the old
Nothing
world,
I can
the
make
ancient
sense of.
world.
After my shunning, I tried living back in Mother's Heart, but everyone I knew had moved on, and there were so many people everywhere I turned. I like it better out here.
The only person I've ever told about our trades is Rost.
Yeah, well, not like he can turn me in, even if he wanted to. Law and duty sort of a man, that Rost. I don't know how you stand it.
You really don't know why he was cast out?
I've told you no. I don't think anyone knows what he did, but it must have been serious because his term is for life.
Wow. Life.
Last time I visited, you had a tripcaster available for trade. Still got it?
I do. But you'd need to bring me a scrapper lens. What can I say? Special weapons don't come cheap.
Oh, I can pay. Took down a scrapper not long ago. Stripped out the lens in perfect condition.
Scrapper.
I'll be the judge of
I
that.
haven't fought a scrapper.
Show me.
That's something I've kind of just realised. Watching this back now as I'm recording this. I haven't actually fought a scrapper in game. So I must have had that on me from the start. Because I've only killed Striders and Watchers at this point. Maybe I could have saved a bunch of time running around in the wilds. Who knows? But yeah, I was looking at the trophy list for the game, as I was saying before. Obviously, I got distracted by the conversation between Karst and Aloy. Yeah, there's nothing in the trophy list that looks too demanding or too difficult. There's no unmissable trophies, so you don't have to worry about playing through the game and missing anything. There's no difficulty trophies, so you don't have to play the game on multiple difficulties. Everything can be completed on easy difficulty if you want to do that. I wish I'd known that when I started, because I wouldn't have started the game on hard. I'd be playing it now on hard. I could have just played it on easy, platinumed it, been happy. Experienced the story without the headaches of getting killed hundreds of times. So yeah, buying and selling stuff to merchants, obviously a very important part of the game. Getting your upgraded weapons, your tripcaster. Basically lets you fire basically 2 arrows between 2 different points, creating a line which acts as a tripwire, and you can put different effects on that wire. They can cause shocking damage, explosive damage, fire damage, that sort of thing. So yeah, good weapon.
Now that you've got yourself a tripcaster, practice how to use it someplace else, all right? My life's exciting enough without a bunch of shock wire
And
booby
each time you
traps
pick
to
up a
trip
weapon
over.
in game, you get a
Really?
tutorial,
Could have fooled me.
which you want to go into the quest log and activate, because
Will you be around later
only
in case I want to
records
make another trade?
I'll be here.
the statistics.
Same as
and
usual, bring me the parts
achievements
you
for
harvest
that
from any
when that
machines you hunt. The better the
tutorial
parts,
is
the
your
more
active
shards
quest,
I'll pay.
but basically, by
Be
doing
sure
the
to take a
tutorials
close look at
for
my
each of the
inventory,
weapons,
though.
you get
Who knows?
basically free
Maybe
XP.
I've got something that could give you an edge in the
Usually,
proving.
they give you a skill point as well, which is pretty useful if you want to max out your
I
stats
guess that concludes
and
our business.
skills.
All right. Good luck in the proving. Blessing of All Mother and all that.
So it pays to buy the weapons and upgrade your weapons, because you basically unlock tutorials at different levels as well. So I've got to trip machines. So yeah, set that as my objective. At the moment, that is my new objective. So I'm going to go back to the Strider area and try and trip up a few Striders. Oh, damage coil. Put that on my bow. That's one of the modifications, although obviously 6% modification is not that great. Shockwave. Oh yeah, another thing about the weapon quality. The weapon quality also determines how many different types of, if you like, ammo the weapons can fire. Because my tripcaster is only common, it's only green, I've only got access to the shock level, the shock wires. If I upgrade my tripcaster to blue or purple, I can use different types of trip wires. I can use explosive wires and stuff like that. So that's something to look out for in game. Gonna craft up some more arrows. And basically I'm going to run off and do the tutorial, which will probably actually be in the next video. Because this one's gone on for a little bit. I'm trying to keep these videos to about 30 minutes if I can. So yeah, I thank everybody for tuning in and watching another Horizon Zero Dawn video. Again, hopefully you'll respond well to it, give me lots of views. If you do, I'll be posting another video, which will be me trying to get used to this new Tripcaster weapon. So for now, thank you for watching. Goodbye.